What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Here we are in a Kenworth T680 Next Gen. There's not much you can really do to it. It's a mod that I got at a modding site. I like the flickering lights, though, the flashing emergency lights, flashers, whatever you want to call them. We already picked up our load. We are going to Salina, Utah. We're in St. George, Utah, I believe. We're taking these little Bobcat Case 70 XT little tractors over there, so let's get started. Let me get rid of that. Turn off that. I think we gotta get a U-turn out here. I don't like how the truck sounds. I put some mods in the game, but I probably should have added a couple, or got rid of some and added some engine mods. Let me actually go to my menu real quick. I feel like it's a little bit loud, even though it's not that high. Turn this down a little bit. Interior sounds can come down. I can't hear her for some reason. I don't know. I might have to just go through and mess with it a little bit more just to get it working. I haven't been able to play the last, look at that old GMC. I don't know what that was. But I haven't been able to play the last, probably the past week. Air conditioner went out in the house, and it's been like about 100 degrees.
After 100 yards, turn right.
It went out about a week ago. Today's Saturday, the weekend before the 4th of July, so look at that turn. Let me just get on to where we're going, and I'll continue with the story. Pulled out right in front of that fire truck. So, it went out about a week ago. The air conditioner just completely, it turned off how do you say that? It busted the breaker, whatever you want to call it. The breaker turned off, so I can't find the right word for that at the moment, but you know what I mean. And then the outside fan turned off, so I knew something was going on with it. Going on a red. So I knew something was going on with it, I just didn't know what. So the first day it went out, it was probably, I woke up and it was like 77 degrees in the house, and I always have it set at like 72 or 73 degrees at all times. And so I knew something was up, so I went outside and checked the fuse panel. I saw that it was, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, I can't come up with a word. Whatever the word is, I can't find it in my vocabulary at the moment, but, oh, it was tripped. The fuse was tripped, so I tried to turn everything off and then turn it back on, and it didn't want to come back on. So I was like, okay, something's amiss. I messed with it a little bit. I thought I came up with the part that it needed, which is a capacitor, because that's usually what it needs. It's an older unit.
Keep left. After 50 yards,
It was the unit that when the house was built, it's been there for probably about 20 years. So going on, another yellow. I didn't have my blinker on or nothing. Too busy talking, but
Keep right. After 50 yards.
yeah, it was I was trying to troubleshoot it. I don't like to mess with AC or electrical stuff, but I was just trying to troubleshoot what I could using YouTube and just manuals and stuff like that. So I ended up calling the guy, and they said that they could come out that Sunday, but obviously it's after hours, so it'd be like $125 just to diagnose it. Or they could come out the next day for like $80 or $75.
Turn left.
And I was like, we could just wait because the temperature wasn't 100 degrees yet. It was probably like the high was like 80 something, so it wasn't that bad. So I was like, okay, well, we can wait a day, just open up all the windows. It was still pretty hot in the house, but it wasn't as hot as it was going to be. So the guy came out, he was on the news actually, and they were just talking about how ACs and the heat, and they'd rather try and fix them than replace them, and blah 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 blah. So this guy came out, he troubleshooted it a little bit, and then ended up probably 3 hours later, he fixed it and it worked, and then the next day the breaker tripped again. So he came back out, said it's an old unit and it needs to be replaced.
Exit right ahead.
And basically it's going to be like $8,000 for a new unit, or we could put a band-aid on it and just put a new compressor, which was going to be $2,700. So me and the wife thought about it. We were given the night to think about the price and whatnot, because we wanted to replace it as soon as possible. I switched that too fast. We wanted to replace it as soon as possible because where we live, you need an air conditioner. It's almost like probably being in like Arizona during the summer months. You need a swamp cooler, whatever they use out there.
Keep left.
So basically, me and the wife were thinking about it at work the next day, and we were like, okay, we're gonna have to do this. We're probably gonna have to do the 10-year plan at like $90 a month, and just that's what we're gonna have to do because we can't pay it off in a year. They have a year plan of no interest. They have 5 years, and then they have like 10 years. I mean, they have other plans in the middle, like 8 years and 6 years, and you're still paying a lot of money in interest. So, you know, we were thinking about it. We were thinking about replacing it, and then I was like, let me just get a second opinion just to make sure this is exactly what we need. So I had a different company come out, and they were also on the news for the city about the rising heat and the ACs going out. And the guy came over, and we talked. We probably talked for like 3 hours while he was diagnosing the problem. And he pulled out this little computer control device, which was around in like the year 2003, 2004, when that AC was first. Well, the house wasn't made until 2005, so it was probably around 2005 that this device was made, where it transmits data to a router, and then the router will then connect to the computer, and then they'll talk to each other, so you can watch it on your computer, watch what your AC is doing. It was way before like Bluetooth was big, and you could just, you know, put like a smart thermostat in, stuff like that. So he found this little device, and it was burned out. Like it had black on it, and like it had burned out at one point. So he took that device out, and turned on the AC and it worked just fine. There was no problem. It wasn't tripping anymore, and it wasn't doing anything weird anymore. Turned the fan off randomly and stuff like that. So he said we do need some things, but we don't need a new unit. We don't need a new compressor. He said his company's about, well, he said what the first guy said, but he was actually meaning it. Like, we're just trying. We know people don't have $8,000. Not everybody has $8,000 laying around or wanting to, spend $8,000 for the next, or pay it off in the next 10 years or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
Keep right. 50 yards. Exit right ahead.
basically, he knows people want to save money and not have to buy or spend such a big amount of money. We're getting back on the freeway, aren't we? Yes. That was dumb.
Go straight.
And this guy was the owner of the company. Well, the last guy was the owner of the company too. This guy was a lot. I felt like he told me a lot more info about the unit. The last guy didn't even notice the little computer. The first guy. The second guy told us we needed some maintenance done. Once he removed that computer, it was working fine. The breaker is set up for like 30 amps, and it's supposed to be at 40 amps for that AC unit, like minimum. And so he suggested that we replace that. He said that he knows some electricians that might be able to come out, but they can't do it through their company, which was fine. So they suggested some maintenance. They looked at the filter, and the filter wasn't staying in place. It was getting sucked up into the unit. So he put a little bracket assembly for free. He put a new on and off switch outside. Well, it wasn't technically for free because we still ended up paying about $1,400, but a new on and off switch outside, which is like it's so anybody that's doing work outside can pull it and then not electrocute themselves, basically. Put one of those because ours was broken. Ours was hardwired in. Put in a wet dry switch, so
After 50 yards. Exit right
if
ahead.
water ever starts to pull up at the bottom of the unit will shut off automatically, which that's something smart. That's something that should be, it's probably included in newer devices, but it wasn't a thought back in 2005. He put in 2 surge protectors just in case lightning were to strike or a storm or something like that. One surge protector for the outside, one for the inside, so we don't fry our unit if there was a storm. And then maintenance for 2 years, I think. It's like $75 a month, I believe, or not a month, a year. $75 a year, and they come out twice to clean the unit, the outside unit, the inside unit. And that worked out to be somewhere around like $1,400 total. A lot less than $8,000, which I was happy about. The stress went away like as soon as he said that we don't need a new unit. Really friendly guy. I actually got him signed up with my work to do his lawn care. But yeah, it was very stressful in the beginning, obviously, and then it got a lot less stressful as I got the second opinion. I'm the type of person that makes a decision right away. But with something like this, my wife's like, we should probably, we were gonna buy a whole new unit, but the next day after thinking about it, I'm like, I should get a second opinion just to make sure. And I told the wife that he'd come out for free and diagnose it for free as opposed to paying $80 for it or $75 for it. So, yeah, said that they were going to do. So it's just nice to have. I mean, there's some companies out there that just want to sell you on that new AC, and we were about to bite the bullet and take on that cost. And thankfully, we didn't drive hammer and get nailed. That's funny. We have a lot of those out here in Lubbock. A lot of those warning messages, and I don't know who comes up with them, but they're pretty funny sometimes.
Keep right. After 50 yards, exit right ahead.
Wait, let me look at the map real quick just to make sure. Okay, yeah. We're not that far. We're almost here, actually. I've been talking that much? No, I think it was only like 100 something miles.
Turn left. Keep right.
Miter 10. Never heard of it. Not a lot of hiccups in this game, knock on wood. I got rid of a bunch of mods that I don't use. And basically because 1.44 came out, they're working on beta 1.45. I don't exactly know, I don't even know anything about it, but I know I saw someone playing beta 1.45. So they're already working on the next update for this game. I don't know when they're going to release Texas or what's the other one? Montana? No, something like that. But Texas has been in the works for a while, and so has the other state that I can't think of at the moment. I think it is Montana. I don't know. My work has me training the newest guy still. I don't know why. I don't know why the guy with the least experience is training the newest guy. But it is what it is. When I got hired by a guy that came down from Fort Worth. And then I don't know. He's a cool guy, but he's a young guy. And he knows actually a little bit more about certain grass types than I do. I guess he used to work for a lawn company, like a landscaping company, and that did like sod and stuff, so he knows a little bit more about grass types than I do, and weeds and stuff, which is fine. I don't mind. I learn a little bit. He learns a little bit about the chemicals and what we use to kill everything, and I learned a little bit about grass types and stuff like that. Everybody yesterday was Friday. Everybody yesterday wanted to talk, which is fine. Customers like to talk, but man, it was like 30 to 45 minutes after we had finished the service that they were like talking to us, and we still had like 14 stops left. I was like, there's no way we're gonna finish. And my boss told me, or the boss, we don't have a manager, but the last boss that came down from Fort Worth, he's like, if you guys ever can't finish, you guys could just reschedule them. And that's what I ended up doing. I was like, I cannot finish this. And we had 2 trucks, but it was just everybody wanted to jibber jabber. I need some more realistic stuff. This dirt looks so fake. This turn, maybe. Oh yeah, we can. Okay. Can't see where I'm going. Okay, this fake dirt stuff. I think I'm way off. Oh no, wait. I see now. Let's see. No? I mean, the trailer's perfectly straight. I'm a little crooked, but that'll have to work. Turn off the truck. Let me see here. Let me lower the... Oh, I have to have the truck on. No, wrong way. Nope. Down. And unhook it. Excellent. Job completed. Case 70 XT delivered from St. George to Salina, Utah. Let's get out and look at this thing. Looks pretty cool. Like I said in the last video, I don't like lowered trucks, but some of these trucks look really good with the bags all the way down. I don't know what that's doing. But yeah, I've just been super busy. Sorry I haven't recorded, but having no air conditioner, I didn't want to even attempt to turn on my or like play my computer because it gets pretty hot. But yeah, that was that. That was my whole air conditioner story. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a great 4th of July, and I will talk to you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Take care. Peace out.